Ms. Marino, start your video, please. Ma'am, start your video. Okay, now I'm not going to ask you 3 times to do something next time. Also, please remove whatever is on your head. Also, please know that I am not going to compete with wherever you are. I'm not going to compete. I'm the main attraction this morning. I am the main attraction. You have court. So wherever you are, if it's going to interfere with your ability to come to court, that's going to be your problem. Please accept to join the breakout room. Wait for the lawyers to come in to speak with you. You must be stationary, in an upright position, and ready to attend court. You must be stationary, in an upright position, and ready to attend court. Please accept to join breakout room number 5.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Swamley, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yeah.
On both counts?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of abandoning or endangering a child
Yes, ma'am.
with intent to return in both counts?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Indeed, yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
Mr. Swamley, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to,
Yes, ma'am.
did you understand by signing that you waive? How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
To count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
State offers this exhibit 1 with attachments.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to not be presenting any witnesses that this waived and consented to stipulation of for deferred adjudication? Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If we may, Your Honor, yes.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, briefly.
And he's just a dipshit, you know? I mean,
I would like to, at this time, take the chance to tender this update letter from the Johnny Morales pretrial bond officer sent August 20th, Judge. I showed it to the states. It's him completing successfully inpatient treatment at Lifetime Recovery. So he did do that inpatient facility, Judge, and he's been compliant with aftercare thereafter. Also, Judge, he is undergoing a CPS plan right now as a result of this case. And there are parenting classes that he's been attending and will continue to attend as scheduled, as well as drug testing that he's been compliant with, Judge. So you would ask if the court could take that into consideration, be open to the idea of mirroring some of those things he's doing with CPS. An additional thing, Judge, is that he is indigent, appointed by the Public Defender's Office. He's not currently working, so we'd ask for some leniency in regards to the fines, so he can be successful without worrying too much of the stressful nature of the monetary obligations. For that reason, being San Antonio is getting a little more expensive. A lot of things are getting more expensive. He's looking to relocate to Sweetwater, Texas, in Nolan County, Judge. It's things are a little bit more affordable out there in terms of housing. So we're looking for a potential transfer or report by Zoom, if at all possible. It's my understanding it's in Northeast Texas.
I think it west, but I could be wrong.
Northwest Texas, yes. He's looking to move over there, Judge. But we just wanted to bring those things to the court's attention. He's been sober since March 4th of this year, completed
Congratulations.
Lifetime Recovery, and I've noticed an extreme change. And when I just first met him as to now staying off and clean of the drugs, he's very much more clear-headed, and he's telling me he can be successful in this probation. And I believe that he can be successful in this probation, Judge. So I'm hoping he won't have any further run-ins where he has to see this or any other courtroom. So
That's why I plan on going to Sweetwater.
All right. I've noticed a change in you as well. So here's my question. With regards to Sweetwater, Texas, who do you know there?
We're getting property out there.
All right. Who's we?
Me and my fiance.
All right. How are you getting property out there?
She has a check paid to her recently deceased husband.
I'm sorry, what?
She's getting money every month paid to her recently deceased husband.
Through some settlement?
And we're going actually up to Waco right after court here to go click the down payment.
All right. So what is Child Protective Services saying about this?
I still have to get in contact with them. If they say I can't do it, then I would have to stay here.
All right. And who has physical custody of your children?
The mother of my children's cousin. Ashley Ranzinski. That's the last time I've known about it.
All right. And is this a legal case or is this family-based service? Well,
this one's
legal
legal.
case is CPS.
DPS?
Yes. So do you have an attorney?
Oh, yes, yes.
All right.
I do not recall his name at the moment, but I do have his information in the house.
Okay. All right. So you're taking parenting classes.
Yes, ma'am.
What have you learned?
Well, not to leave the kids by themselves for one.
Mhm. Because one of the children is special needs, and to ask your daughter to be in charge of changing diapers, that's a lot for a child that was her age.
Yes, ma'am.
And then that's nothing worse for children when they're at home and they wake up and all the adults are gone.
Very.
Okay.
And that, Judge, with regards to that, and sorry to impose, but I think that the drug usage added around this time kind of contributed to making that the most responsible of choices. But I'm hopeful, since he's been staying clean and then he's going to take those classes and be compliant with CPS, that obviously, see the error of his ways.
All right. And so the person that you're hoping to move to Waco with or to Sweetwater with, is that the mother of the children?
No, ma'am.
So you're involved in a completely different relationship with somebody else?
Yes, ma'am. This woman I've known since I was 12 years old.
All right. So and this is me just asking because I need to know what your thought processes are. So when did you reconnect with her?
While I was in here in Barry County Jail. The reason I got back in touch with her was because over my life, she was the only one that actually had faith in me and helped me stay straight.
And does she have children?
Yes, ma'am, she does.
And what are their ages?
There's 8 children.
8 children.
Yes.
8 children.
Yes.
So are these adult children or are they all?
There's one that's she's helping raise it. Her cousins, she's 3. Next one is 5. Next one is 8, 10, 12, and the other ones is 13, 17.
You were incredible at math.
The other 2 are older. One, we consider him a kid. He's actually 26. He's a grown man, but we consider him a kid. This is all not all there,
All right.
but he's not hers either. Only 4 of which are hers.
All right. And then how old are your children?
Mine are 9, 11, and she's 14. My oldest is 14, but she's up in North Texas. I've actually recently been staying in contact with her. I haven't been in contact with her for over the years because of the fact that I was on the drugs. And since I've been clean, I've been building a stronger relationship.
All right. So this is what I've discovered in my time on the planet. Sometimes relationships work out, but sometimes people enter into relationships when 1, they're homesick, they're lonely. 2, they're in rehab, and then they end up immediately moving on and dating someone else. And it appears to the court that you're basing your stability on this person that you've just got in a relationship with. She has a settlement. So she's going to use that settlement to buy property, which means that property should not be in your name. It's going to be in her name, which means she can put you out anytime she wants. She's bringing you into her life. You have these charges, and she has all of these younger children. And then I'm reading the police report. There was an assault case involving the mother of his children that are in this case. And I know that she was arrested. So we have some violence issue going on that the children are witnessing. So what I can tell you is at this point in time, I'm not going to let you move to Sweetwater.
No deal, no dice, shot at and missed, shit on and hit.
And let me explain to you why. Because I don't want people to think, oh, I'm just being me. This is why I'm not going to allow him to do that. At the end of the day, when you're on probation, part of your conditions, these are not conditions I made up. These are conditions from the government, and these are your legal conditions that are automatic conditions. You have to financially support your dependents. And financially supporting your dependents is not depending on this new lady that you've met, who you said you've known for a long time, and depending on her settlement. Because at some point in time, her settlement money is going to run out. And when that runs out, all the issues that you have or that she has are going to rear their heads. She's going to have an issue with somebody not pulling their financial weight.
That's another thing, Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
I plan on going up there and getting a better job than I could find out here.
Mhm.
They have better corporations up there that I could actually get a job with.
Mhm.
I have a few applications already put in online.
I think your sole focus should be on your children, getting them over this trauma that they've suffered from seeing their parents being violent with each other, and for having their father leave them alone at the house by themselves, and they're waking up and nobody's there. So what I will tell you, I consider allowing you to move to Sweetwater once you actually have employment and you've shown the court that you can financially support yourself and that you can support your children, because those are conditions of probation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, with regards to the fine, I'm not going to impose a fine because you have children.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So count 1 and count 2 will run concurrently. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. CPS compliance. There will be parenting classes and probation. If he's doing parenting classes through CPS, then that will be acceptable.
Yes.
There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order anger management classes.
I'm in, due to take battery classes.
Oh, with
All right.
CPS, you
Yes.
do, Judge, if he does those with CPS, can he show proof, to the probation officer to get credit for that?
All right, probation, if you can see what conditions, well, what the requirements are the battery class, then I'll accept the battery class in lieu of anger management. If what they're teaching there is similar to what they're teaching in anger management. And once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's going to be field visits, one time per month until further notice. We can do a TAP evaluation out of custody. Aftercare with lifetime recovery. And where are you staying now?
Castleville.
Casterville?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is that a sober living house?
No, it's, mobile.
All right. So who lives there with you?
My fiance.
Your fiance? And do all of the children live there with you as well?
Indeed. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So whose mobile home is that?
Her mobile home and her property.
Is it their county judge?
Okay.
Is it their county?
It's
No,
Casterville,
Medina County.
Medina. Just one moment.
Yes, sir.
And is Child Protective Services allowing you to live there?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes I have no idea what Child Protective Services is doing and the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, I myself don't have too much experience since it's mainly criminal, but I know you have done the civil family law and CPS, so.
But I don't understand why someone, and I appreciate the fact that you're doing better and you're getting your life in order, but I don't understand why CPS would allow someone with these charges to move on property with a lady who has 8 children who are under the age of 17 to just move in, and we have all these other issues going on.
Yeah, Judge, maybe they're considering the fact that he did the inpatient treatment and he's on a plan now. I can't look forward to know what their thoughts are, but seemingly they think that he's okay now. He's learning, moving forward and progressing.
I just can't imagine CPS is going to end up placing your children with you if that's what you're seeking when there are already 8 children in the house.
A lot of mouths to feed, yes, I understand.
Judge, Medina County is a reciprocal county to us, so we can supervise. However, because it's not in their county, field visits won't be conducted. If you'd like the field visits conducted, you will do a transfer.
A transfer to Medina? All right, then we'll do a transfer to Medina. What do you do all day?
Look for work. I do a lot of side jobs too.
Okay,
I gotta go to work tomorrow too. For total.
all right. And there's going to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else?
Okay.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do people leave inpatient treatment, real life starts hitting them, and I know these conditions will start hitting you, you need to make sure that you have someone who you can call if you're thinking about using. Don't backslide. Don't, oh, it's just one beer. I had, a hard day, because then next thing you know, you're completely off track. And if you go completely off track, you know what's going to end up happening? Child Protective Services is going to come in her life and look at whether or not she should have these children in her home. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If there's anything you need, or you have some issues, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court.
Absolutely.
All right. Good luck to you. And thank you for always dressing appropriately for court.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy about your sobriety.
Thank you. I am too.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're dismissed.
Yes.